welcome back to the channel. My name is Rico Tensai, and I like speaking my mind. Today, I have no idea what to talk about, and I'm just gonna hit the camera. I'm gonna hit record and just talk about whatever without editing and without pausing anything. Hopefully, I don't make any random pauses. But for now, let's just talk and see what happens. Like I said, this is sort of like a mini podcast doing this whole challenge because honestly, because there's not much that I'm showing. All I'm doing is doing a little bit of editing, which is just, cuts here and there. And let's say, I pause for like way too long, or maybe I stutter. I'll probably take out a stutter here or there. Or especially voice cracks, whenever I do have a voice crack, I take that out. I'm never leaving in a voice crack. I will never, especially even if it's like, let's say, I remember I had to take out like another friend of mine's voice crack because I didn't want him to feel embarrassed that I left it in, and I'm not trying to make fun of him or anything, so then I took it off. And then for me, I'd never want to, because eventually in the future, what if someone replays that, makes it into a meme, and I'm like, I'm not trying to be a meme. Unless it's like a really funny meme, but I don't want to be the meme of the guy who voice cracks every time. So I'd rather not. Speaking of, thinking about like the future of what's going to happen with this whole YouTube channel is crazy. Because, sometimes I like to daydream and believe that one day I will become a YouTuber and all these videos are going to matter because of the practice that I did just talking back and forth with the camera to the audience, that even if it's 1 view, even if it's 10 views, it doesn't matter because I will talk the exact same. I don't think the way I talk now is going to change, and I'm glad that I started this challenge. But at the same time, there are people in my life. Damn, I'm trying not to out anyone, but there are just some people who in my life who I think they could do more, or they have potential to do more, but I don't want to be the guy who says, like, who's trying to force you to, like, who's always trying to tell you this is the right way to do it, but at the same time, you need to learn. Because I don't like those people either, the ones who feel like they know everything, but at the same time, if you didn't do it, then shut up. Because it's that, but it's, at the same time, I do have a little bit experience in just uploading, but I can't tell you to upload because it's up to you, and I can't just force you and tell you, not to say time's running out, but you just wasted your time thinking about it for so long that the longer you wait, the more excuses you're going to make up, and you're eventually either you're never going to do it, or you do it, but then you end up ending it because you just lost that motivation. I feel like the moment you get that motivation to either make any type of content, you make it in that moment, because if you don't make it in that moment, you're going to go crazy. Not go crazy, but I promise, you are just gonna keep making excuses as to why you can't do it. You're gonna be like, oh, I don't feel good today. Or you're gonna be like, oh, someone else made that. That's the thing. Someone else probably made that video idea already. But because you said you're too tired or you don't feel like it, someone else already is ahead of you now because you decided not to, because you were lazy. Yes, I do understand you can't compare people's progress, but at the same time, damn it, it's like, let's say, okay, if two people have the same idea, but one person put it out first, does that mean this person lost? No, because you have other opportunities. You just missed, okay, there we go. You just missed an opportunity to post that video because of whatever excuses that you made, but you still have another chance to do it. Now, for me, whenever someone brings up any type of content, I try to walk around it carefully, or just either content or just any advice on certain things that, like, you just know the answer to, but you have to let them figure it out, because the more you just tell someone, hey, don't do this or do this, they're not going to do it, because people don't really like to be told what to do. They rather, because sometimes people want to sometimes it's funny though, because people want to know the answers to everything, but when we tell you what to do, it's like, no, don't tell me what to do. But it's just, see, it's, I don't know. And I get that frustration now because there are times where I want someone to tell me what to do in life, but then I'm like, don't tell me what to do. Or I just don't like your idea. But at the same time, I just said, someone tell me what to do. I never said, tell me something good to do. That's also, I wasn't being specific. But at the end of the day, God, where was this going? I don't even remember what I was saying. It went from, like, everywhere. Yes, I do like to daydream about this whole YouTube thing. Yes, I still believe that it will happen. Either it'll happen this month, it'll happen next month. As long as I just keep going, eventually something will happen. That's all I could say. Because, look, I can compare my numbers to someone else, but what's that going to do? Nothing. Or if I make small progress, but then someone else tells me that's not enough. Why should I care about their opinion at all if they've never done it? I don't know why I used to care so much about someone else's opinion about my work when they have never done any type of work that I'm doing. I feel like this is why people say stay in your lane and only focus on whatever it is that you're doing, because if we keep comparing back and forth, we're never really going to be satisfied. Because even if let's say I'm already up there, I'm successful now, I have all the YouTube subscribers that I have, I don't want to have that mindset of now I'm better than all the people who said that I couldn't do it. I don't want to have that mindset. I just want to say that, hey, I did what I needed to do, even if you didn't believe me, or even if to anyone who thought that I couldn't reach it and all that other stuff. I just this is me here, and that's it. That's the end of the convo. I don't want that whole thing where like, this is me and this is you and look where you are, look where I am. I don't want to end up like that. I feel like, eventually someone's going to ask me advice on like, oh, well, how'd you do this? I'll probably make the shortest way I'll probably say it is just, you just keep going. That's it. That's the only advice, and maybe the best advice, because it's so simple that people are just like, well, that's what I've been doing. It's like, okay, keep going. You have to keep going until you see the result that you want to see. Or, if you're never, then eventually, you're never really going to be satisfied, which is like, so you got to set some type of goal where it's like, okay, once I'm here, I'll feel good, but then eventually, let me have a little vacation here once I reach this part, and then I'll boom, and then just keep going up, and then you just keep going until because I always worry that what if I'll never get satisfied after I hit my, 100K, and then it's like, eventually you have to reach the millions, and then you keep going, but I always worried that, but I think I'll be fine. I think I'll figure out a new way to be satisfied with what I have. I mean, I've learned how to be satisfied with what I have. Even, every day, I'll check my subscriber count. Even if it goes up by 1, I'm excited. If it goes up by 2, 3. The most I've gotten in a day, which was crazy, was like 8. And that was exciting for me. I'm sure for other people it's probably not exciting, but for me it's exciting. But that's all I have to say. I've been talking for almost 10 minutes. But I appreciate anyone who's listening and or watching. If you watch for this long, it's just me just talking. Sounds like it really does feel like a podcast. But it doesn't matter if it's 1 view, doesn't matter if it's 10 views. I appreciate anyone who's listening and or watching. And I'll see you tomorrow with a new topic.